All right, guys, welcome back to the Compa Talk podcast. Over here, fumbling my words. It's been a minute. I mean, I think we missed out on a week, but holidays came through and everything, so been kind of a little bit busy. But today we have our good friend Andres on the show with us today. Hey, what's good? But
Thanks
yeah,
for
man,
having me, man.
he's just not. How long have you been streaming for? Like a year, 2 years? Going
What
on
day is
two?
today? The 7th. I've been streaming about 9 months.
Oh,
9 months.
9 months. Oh, so you're going on a year. Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
He's a
not
freshman.
new to the scene, but newer to streaming and stuff like that,
So
getting into
being
the content
live,
creation
yeah.
side. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a
so
freshman.
so you want to introduce yourself a little bit, let the people know
Uh
who you are?
yeah, so my name is Andres. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I was born and raised here. But my background is Ecuador. And looking at my background, you guys can see who I support. My hometown club, Toronto FC, always will be 100% fully focused on Toronto FC, bro. Even though right now they're not the greatest, I will still go to BMO Field. I will do my chants, everything. And even though we'll lose 4-0, I'm still going to be
The
there the whole
freezing cold
90
flag,
minutes.
boy.
And of course, I support Real Madrid, man. I've been a fan since birth. My dad grew up a Real Madrid fan. I think the only one out of 13 siblings that supports Real Madrid. Everyone else supports Barcelona.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, he's the
That's
only
kind
one
of
that supports
wild.
Real Madrid. Every time my uncles call me, my tias, whenever we lose, they start calling me, texting me on WhatsApp, like, haha, you guys
That's
suck or whatever.
crazy.
Whenever they come over, they always bring a Barcelona shirt for me to wear. They
That's
always
crazy.
do that. They always do that. Always do that.
That's fucking
Nah,
Oh
crazy.
man, yeah. That's
That's
how it
fucking
is. But
crazy.
yeah,
But yeah, we'll
sorry.
kind of get into that, but just like just in general, like how did you or what made you want to start with streaming? Because obviously, for those of you guys that don't know, Andres has been around the community for a bit. He's
Yeah.
he's modded for a couple people here and there. He's been very present in chats and stuff. So this was before he started streaming. So like, what kind of got you into wanting to jump on the other side of the screen? On the other side of the camera.
Yeah. So I first got onto Twitch during COVID.
Okay.
What actually got me into it at first, because I didn't really know about the whole scene stuff. The only reason that I even had an account was because now FC24 before FIFA, they would do like those job stuff on Twitch.
Yeah.
So that's when I would make an account to just watch that thing and then just bounce, right? But like I had no idea that was like a legitimate streaming like service where like anyone can go on
Yeah.
and just like do their thing. So I ran into that famous clip on Twitter about Castro packing Mbappe for Team of the Year. Yeah, that's the first thing caught my eye. Like
That's
the
what
way,
hooked you
like
on?
that's what hooked me on. Yeah, that's what hooked me on. I kept seeing that clip for like maybe like 5-6 times a day for like a whole maybe 2 weeks. So I'm like, you know what? This guy looks like he's got really good energy. Let me go check him out. At first, I thought maybe it was like YouTube or something, like some sort of like video or whatever. But when I clicked the link, it like brought me to Twitch. I'm like, I swear I've been here before. Right? Like from
Yeah.
like the jobs and stuff. So then I'm like, I just tuned into one of his lives one time, and like I loved his energy, like the way that he like interacts with people, makes everyone laugh and everything. So I started to come back almost every day. And then with COVID, basically like stopping everything, I was basically in quarantine like maybe once every month, like because you have to be like 2 weeks quarantine.
Yeah,
That
2
like
weeks.
the rule was
At the
before.
beginning, yeah, the rules were kind of mad at the beginning.
Yeah, the rules were
Locked up
mad.
in the house 2 weeks.
I would just have just a slight cough, like, oh no, stay home.
Yeah,
Don't come near me,
yeah.
So yeah, so I would watch him regularly, right?
Yeah.
So and then yeah, I started to meet new people all around Twitch, like through the raids that he does and stuff. So I started to like see more people, and then I started noticing like this looks really fun to do,
Yeah.
So it was always in the back of my head, like when I first started watching Twitch, that maybe one day I can do this, but it wasn't in my plans. At that time, it was only me and my brother working, because COVID laid off my mom, and my
Mhm.
dad was going through a an injury.
Yeah.
So he wasn't working anymore. So it was just me and my brother. So I had no time to do anything else, just work. And when I'm on COVID or whatever, yeah, just like that's when I can relax
Yeah.
during that whole COVID scene. That was like probably the best thing that ever happened to me. To be honest, I can actually relax. Yeah, it was
As
bad.
weird as that sounds, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad. It was just me and my brother working. I was doing so much overtime and stuff. Um, but yeah, anyways, so that's how I started to meet people around the community. That's how for example, I met Leah.
Hmm.
She was probably the more um, I guess you can say like person that I connected with more. You know,
Hmm.
on Twitch. That's how I started to meet people that were in her community that also streamed. For example, Lucas, he doesn't stream anymore, but that's how I met Lucas. That's how I met L. You know, all those people. That's how I met you guys. That's how I met
Yeah.
John,
Yeah.
Honda. Like I met all you guys basically through her streams. So you know, as time went on, maybe like about a year and a half into like me actually watching Twitch regularly and stuff, I made really good connections with everyone in these different communities. So it came to my head, you know, I was at a point where I didn't like my job. I wasn't in school anymore. Like
Hmm.
I was in school, but the thing is, like I didn't feel like it was for me anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I want to do something different. And growing up, I was always like, you know, I guess you could say like the funny kid. You know, I was always making people laugh, cracking jokes and stuff. So I'm like, you know, I got that personality where I can make people be happy, laugh, you know, forget about the world and just, you know, focus in the moment, you know,
Yeah.
and just be happy. So I'm like, you know what, I've built really good connections with all these people in these different communities, right? And I've seen these communities grow and how connected they are. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I kind of want to make one of my own, you know, and see where I can go with this because like yes, I'm part of these communities, but like you know, like they're not mine. You know, I want
Yeah.
something that's mine. So I was like, you know, why not just start it up and see how it goes? You know, because I already made really good connections throughout the community. You know, they can come help me out, and then we go from there, right? So yeah, so one day I was just like, you know what, let's do this. You know, I got a camera, got a mic, everything, and I just turned it on. I broadcasted it basically like on Twitter that I was going live, my Instagram, my Snapchat, everything.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's do this and see how far we can go.
Yeah. So how was that transition period from like, because I know for me, like, it was for me, I felt like a little bit weird. I don't know how to was there like from the
Yeah.
beginning, like from when I first started. So like, I was telling you at the time too, like I felt like really weird about it because like when I first started streaming, I'm like, damn, like this feels kind of weird because at the beginning you get that initial period where like people, but like people don't really know you stream. So
Yeah,
like
I
yeah, yeah.
watched him grow. Like I watched both of you grow, and I'm like, you know what? I seen a difference in change. Like even just Andres with the little bit of time that he had right now,
yeah,
like he's opening up to different like things that he could do on stream. For example, right? At first it was just him, FIFA, and then sometimes GTA with the community.
yeah,
And then afterwards it turned into pro clubs, Fortnite, all these things, right? And it's like I like that he's branching out and not
yeah,
just staying.
because like touching to that point, like I think we all kind of know this. Like you can I don't know how you feel about it, right? But for me, it's always like I don't know, like in my own like content creating journey, do I want FIFA to be the main or the thing that I'm known for? Like
Yeah.
not really, and I'll tell you why. Like for me, it's never been about this game. Yes, this game is obviously one of the only games that you can really out here play. I mean, we obviously know how shit it is, but like
No
it's the
kidding.
only game that you can play for the sport that we love. You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Just in
for
case
real,
we get
for real,
sponsorship one day, you know, this
for
is
real,
recorded
yeah,
on the internet, you know.
yeah, for real. But yeah, like it's you have to struggle with it, right? So you're going
Yeah.
through the motions, but like for me, at least lately, like I just don't have any like motivation to stream this game. Like, what am I gonna do? That's why a lot of people like have said like,
Yeah.
well, why don't you stream? Legitimately, what I sit here and I get mad. Like I'm not. happy because I'm mad, and I feel like everyone kind of sense that. So it's for me, it's not putting out good content and a good product out there for the people. Like I would much rather do stuff like this where I'm just like talking whatever, we're just doing this and that. Like, but that's my like ability of branching out. Like I think that for a lot of people, I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how like what you think of it or like how you or what your plans are in terms of like, your content creation journey. But that's just something that like I feel like for me is a way to like kind of separate myself because yes, there's people out there doing multiple different stuff, but not to like that far of an extent. And that's not a shot at anyone. Like I don't want anyone to take like I'm like taking digs at people, but there's not a lot of people that will like branch outside of like what the game is, and I feel like we need a little bit more of that. And I don't know how you feel about that.
Of course. Like the thing that I like the most is variety,
Yeah.
include everyone. So that's why I'm not like fully focused on just Ultimate Team anymore. Because when I first started, it was just Ultimate Team, the whole stream and whatever, right? But now there's so many different people in my community now, and the thing that I excuse me, the thing that I like the most is getting everyone involved.
Yeah.
So that's why I play these other games. That's why we're on pro clubs a lot now, because that gets everyone involved. And for me, that's what makes streams fun, when everyone can get a little piece of like being part of the stream, not just being a viewer, but also like providing content, right? By being directly involved in what we're doing,
Yeah.
So yeah, like I like the fact that we can branch out to different games and everyone still watches because they can get involved. No?
Yeah. I think with like when you get games that like I don't feel like there's not it's difficult to get involved. There's only like a certain amount of games that you can play where you can get a lot of people involved, right? Like you're either running pro clubs or you do like GTA. Really, essentially, is really the only thing that
people still play.
Yeah, people will still play. Like it's hard. So like the whole branching out in gaming is just like I feel like I don't know how you guys feel about it, but there's no game that's been like, damn, this game is really good. Like we can branch out with a bunch of fucking people and like.
Hey, listen, the trailer came out of GTA 6.
Listen,
that map looks amazing.
I don't think you want to mention it, bro. Cancel culture's got their hands on it now, man. I don't want to touch on that subject right now.
Man, you know what? Fuck cancel culture. Fuck them.
I can't believe what I was seeing, man. Bro. It's too haram, or like they're supporting this, and this. Like, come on, it's just a video game, man.
Hey, cancel culture, me la chupa, right? That's all I'm gonna say. Come at me. Don't come at these guys. Don't worry, they still want. Come at me. Right?
That's crazy. No, but yeah.
Okay, real, man. But transitioning from like the gaming stuff, like obviously, like you see your two banners out there. Like you were obviously touching at it from the beginning, but like what I'm gonna ask you this, like what memory from Madrid like is your most like vivid memory that you have of them, like as a team, like watching as a fan, like a vivid memory that you just remember, like
maybe like growing up, or like just like growing up. They have it growing up
because there's a lot.
There's a lot, man.
Yeah, there's honestly a lot. Honestly, a lot. Like
all right, first one that comes
I remember head. Yeah, like probably like the only thing I can think of right now. I remember my dad telling me about Cristiano Ronaldo, that he's coming to Madrid, and I remember they were actually playing it. I forgot how my dad got it, because at the time we didn't have satellite, right? Like it's not like these times where you can just like pop open Chrome or Firefox or whatever, and you can just get a stream right away. I don't know how he got it, but somehow he figured out where to look on the internet to get to watch his presentation. And yeah, we were just like just watching him come in the streets of Madrid with all those people outside, and just like watch this one human create joy for everyone, to like that he's coming to the club, because for me, chat. Oh my God. I'm in streamer mode. That was crazy. Cut that one out.
Hey, that
Yeah,
goes in the
'cause-
blooper section, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
We'll say, yeah. So like, I remember like, as a kid watching that, I'm like, this is something that like I want to keep seeing. Like just like have the greatest players come to my club, so I can always see greatness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Madrid is. It's always having the best players in the world and going for every trophy possible. So that's
Yeah.
one thing that I remember growing up, just from like hearing about this guy Cristiano Ronaldo that I haven't really heard of yet. Even though he was already a beast in football, because he just came off winning a Ballon
The
d'Oro. But
UC, it was the
yeah,
UCL too.
yeah. But I wasn't really like into different leagues yet. Like I was very young, so like I wasn't really like into it yet. I was just focused on my team and that's it.
So primarily,
So-
like, what did you like grow into? Like, what league was it that you grew into that you just watched? Because like I know for Honda and I, it was Liga MX. Like, what league did you?
Oh yeah. My dad loves watching Liga MX.
Really?
Yeah, like my dad is one of those that like watches every league in the world.
Game?
Every league in the world, and like
Bro.
there's always football on my house every weekend. Every weekend. If
No
it's
matter
like
what?
morning is Premier League, the afternoon is La Liga or Serie A, nighttime is Liga MX. That's how it is here, man. That's how it is. That's how it is. He watches everything. And of course, in this household, we all support America. Vamos mis águilas.
Oh my God, no!
That's gonna hate you, by the way.
Oh
This guy's gonna
no!
hate you.
Hey, we're in semifinals. We're in semifinals. We already got a foot into the final with that banging first leg.
We got robbed.
I don't know if I would say robbed, man. You guys were home. How do you guys lose? What was it? 3-0 at home?
Listen, we
2-2
still got
at
robbed.
home.
That was an
How do you
onside.
let someone come to
Journey
your
to
house?
Henry Martin was onside. I don't care what you want to tell me. Henry Martin was onside.
That would have
Like,
been so
that's
man.
I did not know you were an America fan. What did I just get
Diente
myself
Lopez
into, bro? That's
was
You didn't
crazy.
know?
off, but
No,
Yes,
I didn't
you knew,
know.
bro.
I didn't know.
You knew.
No, I did not. I'm being serious.
Nah, he
Dead
didn't
ass.
know. He's being
I
dead
didn't
serious.
know.
He didn't know. I knew. He didn't know.
Wow.
That's why I
That's
wanted to leave that
crazy.
surprise for this.
Why do you think
That's
I'm always
crazy.
talking smack about Chivas, bro?
I don't give a fuck about people, bro. That ain't my team, but yeah, man, that's crazy.
Who you support? Puebla?
Leon.
No, he supports Leon.
Leon.
That's why I'm
Leon.
saying he's gonna get pissed off at you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we got
okay.
robbed, man. We got robbed.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll
Okay.
take that CCL and we'll wait till you guys get back into the Club World Cup. I'm gonna be for a little bit, but it's okay.
Listen, y'all should have beat San Luis. Then you would have faced Monterrey, and then we would have faced each other in the semifinals. Which in my opinion, it would have been.
Look, San Luis got clapped yesterday. Y'all see that? Y'all watch that game?
No, I didn't.
5-0.
I didn't see that.
They
Five-zero.
got clapped 5-0, bro.
5-0.
It wasn't even a joke.
Uh-huh.
That
Who was
shit
home?
bad.
San Luis
they
was
were.
at home.
San Luis is home.
Oof, that's crazy.
That leg's
So
already out.
basically, they're
You're
in.
in the
They're
final.
in.
Yeah,
They're
you're
in.
in.
Yeah,
You want to know the worst part?
With us,
America wasn't
yeah.
trying in
They're
that game.
in with us.
At least that Yon gave a fucking fight and like made us.
I know.
play.
That's the thing, man. Undeserved,
That's why I would have
undeserved.
rather have them in the semifinals. But hey, you guys lost to San
Undeserved,
Luis.
man.
Then you guys had to face us in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, but I didn't know like your family watched Liga MX like that.
Yeah, my dad is a big football fan. Big football
He just
fan.
loves everything.
Yeah, well, he grew up with it. Back in Ecuador before he came here, he used to be part of the youth academy for one of the Ecuadorian clubs.
Oh, really? That's dope.
Yeah. He the thing is like he had to stop because before there wasn't funding like there is now. You know, so like they basically had to pay their way to these games.
Yeah.
You know, so it was hard for him, like, being one of 13 siblings, like it's hard to get money,
Yeah.
So he eventually had to just give up on his dream to become a professional footballer because there was just no money.
Yeah. No, it's honestly
so
how it
he
is
grew up
though,
like
because like
that.
even like my dad, he grew up as the oldest, but like he was very, very good. Like he was getting invited out to these academies and stuff. Like people would have to pay to get into these clubs. My dad wouldn't pay. They just like let him play. because he's that good. But you just
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
obviously,
My
I
dad
think
will
back
like
then is like
tell
a
me times
completely
that
different
you're gonna have to pay.
different times, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so that's
It's not like it is now. There's so much
yeah.
opportunity now
No,
to
and
like
honestly, I feel like
be great, you know?
yeah, and I feel like the we can kind of touch on this too. Like, I don't know how you guys see like the youth football development. Like, I don't know how it is in Canada. I can only speak on the U.S., but here, man, you got to pay for everything, man. No matter if you're good or not, you got to
No, no,
pay to get in.
here
Is it the same thing?
you gotta pay. Yeah, here you gotta
Yeah,
pay. And it's
that's
thousands, bro. It's thousands
yeah.
per
It's
season.
not
yeah,
cheap, bro.
It's
It's thousands.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. But
Crazy.
that's what I mean. Like, that's what I want to touch on. Like, dude, how is it like possible? Like, if you really think about it, like the U.S. in how big it is, it should have a much better national team than what it does. Like, but because so many people get kind of excluded on the fact that in their youth,
There's
in
no
like the
money,
youth
yeah.
basic, where you develop most of the fundamentals of the game, you're pricing everyone out.
Yeah.
You're not allowing your good players to come through, and
Yeah.
then
That's why, you know, you don't really hear, you
I'd
know, for
say because I was about to
example,
say something.
like what's an example I can give out? Like for example, Gabi Jesus, right? Like
yeah,
he used to just like pick up garbage during the World Cup in what, Brazil? Was it him, right?
Yeah,
Was it him?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
it was garbage in Brazil.
And look at him now. He's a superstar for
For
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
You know, like you don't hear much of these stories. Like, you know, where like they come from these like tough beginnings and then become a great athlete. You know, you don't hear much of this because not many people get that kind of special opportunity. You know, because everything is just money, money, money. You know.
Honestly, though, I feel
Before
like
they were from the suburbs, and
yeah,
now they're from Europe. So
but
like,
this
not even the ones from here.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but even like that though, like I feel like I don't know. I could be just talking like and just kind of judging without like really knowing, but it seems like most of these players now, like the younger players, the players coming up, they're very privileged. A lot of them like they don't
Yeah.
they don't feel like they really need to like they don't have to go out of their way to try. Like
Mm.
I don't have to do or go out and prove that I'm one of the best players in the world. No, like I deserve to be here.
That's
like
true.
you
That too.
you see it at
Serginho
United.
Dest.
You see it
Serginho
in,
Dest versus Trinidad and
yeah.
Tobago. He got a
That's a
red
good
card.
but I was about to get into like you know that you see it at United. There's a lot of players that have gone to Barca that have just flopped. A lot of these like players that are touted out to be some of the best young players in the world don't end up working out. The mentality is just not there, and I feel like the mindset
It
is the
all
same.
comes down to discipline, you know,
It's the
and
same thing, though.
this newer generation just don't know the kind of discipline that the old generation had to go through, you know, that lived
Yeah,
through that stuff, you know, like they're not disciplined the same way. They all think it's easy, but it's not.
It's
You
not.
know,
yeah,
they because they grew up that way though. That's why they grew up with daddy or mommy paying their way to these clubs. You know, that's how they grew up. Back in the day, that wasn't common.
nah, you
You
earned your
know,
spot, and
yeah,
that's
that
I think
wasn't
that's
common. Now it is.
I think that's one of the things that's kind of plaguing like all these like national. I feel like it's more in North America more so than like in European countries because I don't know. I can't speak on the system that they have over there, but I can only
Mhm.
speak on what we have here and what I've seen. Everyone here, like all the, and I'll say it firsthand from the Mexico players, they all have some sort of like ego of like I deserve to be here. The
Yeah.
mentality in football, I feel like, is shifting to like it's shifting to something else that I can't exactly describe, but it's I don't feel like it's necessarily a good thing. Like you see countless cases in multiple different clubs where there's a lot of players with attitude problems. There's just a lot of attitude problems everywhere. You see it
Yeah, because
every
they
club.
don't want to listen to like what's the word I'm looking for? Criticism. They don't
Yeah,
like criticism. They don't like to be criticized. They think that they're here because they're good and like that their spot's secure that they don't have to listen to no one because they got here on their own. You know, but like quote
yeah.
unquote on their own. Yeah.
And for the Mexico national team, it's even worse when the coaches actually fucking just give them the spot, even though they don't deserve it.
They know they don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how it is for Ecuador. Like I don't know if you guys. I don't really follow like the
Oh,
Ecuadorian.
Ecuador is
national
doing
team.
good right now.
Yeah,
Very
they.
good.
I
No,
know you
we
guys are doing
we
really
completely
good,
changed the
but
whole national team. Like everyone's
yeah,
just a young buck over there, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. These kids know how to ball. They got speed. They got technical ability. They're together as a group.
Yeah, but I guess it kind of just shows like the direction that like some national teams will actually like go through a whole restructure. I think there's the national teams like Mexico, and even it's not only national teams but clubs too. United, I feel like Mexico's the same way. There's clubs that are stuck in their ways that feel like changing one or two things.
It all it all comes down to history because like for example Mexico have a rich history.
Yeah,
you know, like it's like in CONCACAF they were the powerhouses for so long. So like, and now talking about United, you know, they were a force in England. They would always win the Premier League. They would win UCLs and everything. So like
at one point they were the best team in the world as well too.
Yeah, but like they want to stay at the top. So it's hard to, you know, completely just you know, throw away the manual, start fresh. It's hard because they want to make sure they stay at the top. That's what I feel is wrong like right now with United. They don't want to get rid of like the entire squad and just start over fresh, you know, like do a full rebuild because their name is Manchester United. You know, they have to sign big players or else they're not Manchester United.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing that I was also like kind of thinking about too. Like, and I'm gonna ask this question to both of you. Do you guys think that like the badge weighs heavy on these players, or like what do you think?
For sure.
Like, do you think the name is just too big? Because I personally feel like the name is it's too big for these players. Like you can tell the pressure is way too much for some of these players, and they don't react in a positive way. It's a very negative sort of reaction to the criticism, to things that are like going on. Like
I'm gonna go the opposite way. It's not that it weighs too much on them. They don't know what the fucking badge means in general. At
that
all.
too.
Whatsoever.
That too.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it could be wrong.
No, yeah. That it's
like the badge is always gonna weigh on somebody,
it's
but
both.
at the end of the day, I feel like it's more of like they don't know what the fucking badge means nowadays.
Yeah. But I don't feel like there's anyone at that club right now that's like able to do it. Ronaldo did it. He got pushed out. Like you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people talk about Ronaldo was washed, this and that.
Don't get me started with that bullshit.
Don't get me started with that bullshit. You got to play on it.
There's no way that you kick out one, your club legend, two, the top 3 goal scorer of that season, okay, the leader in the dressing room, okay, because he knows what it takes to wear that badge. You should.
He's right there. He's won.
These players should be listening to him. He knows what it takes to win while wearing that crest. And you turn on him?
It's a little crazy.
The manager takes him out because he talks shit about him.
Listen, it's more for me like this, right? Like you're seeing it right now with Varane. You're seeing why is Varane not playing? We all know he's world class. Yes, maybe
Varane, Sancho. Bro, it's because like you say one bad thing to this bald-headed manager and he completely shuns you out of this club. Makes you train with the reserves.
Yeah.
Bro, you're a manager. You're supposed to do what's best for the club, not for your ego.
The way I always see managers, bro, right? It's no matter what can be going on internally, in the media, in the public, you defend your player. This dude, I don't know what was going on. It's very backwards.
It's favoritism. Because look where he set the Sancho to Ronaldo. They have to prove themselves to come back to this team. But Rashford has been playing horrible all season. But for him, it's
starting.
Give him time. He's still starting, and Ten Hag is saying to give him time. Højlund can't score in the Premier League, but we give him time.
Listen, but I will say this on Højlund. This is my opinion on Højlund, and it could be completely wrong. But I feel like the kids is not getting service because everyone's playing for themselves. Bruno plays for himself.
Exactly.
Rashford is playing.
Bruno
look at the UCL.
Armband.
Look at the UCL. Look at the UCL. Højlund,
Okay.
UCL. He's one of the top goal scorers, isn't he? Right now.
Yeah. That's why I only said Premier League because he's doing really good in
the Champions League. But the club as a whole is not. So like, what does it even matter? You know what I mean? Like you can't tell me that one guy can score in the Champions League.
But
against these good
that's
teams.
That's where it comes with the whole ego thing. You know, this one new guy is the one making your goals in the Champions League. But so then why are you guys bottom of your group? Because these egos on these teams is like, okay, if this guy can do it, I can do much better because like whatever name is at the back of their jersey. So all they want to do is outshine this new player. So everyone plays for themselves.
But I'm gonna use clubs for a second as an example. And I know it might not equate to like IRL football, but I think you understand this too. When a player joins your club's team and he's out there trying to prove himself that he's him, and the whole team is playing like shit, you are not winning. There's the same thing in IRL. I don't get why there's no like. And we obviously McTominay scored yesterday, and we beat Chelsea, whatever.
White.
You're still not going up. You're not doing much. Okay, you beat a Chelsea team that obviously isn't doing that great right now at the moment. They're a very young team. They need time. United, they need time, but not the time that people think to give these players. They need time to get these players out of the club because there's a lot like player. You can't tell me that players like Rashford, Bruno. I'm sorry. I know Bruno's been fantastic for a couple seasons, but Bruno, to me, is also not a very good.
He built the biggest ego on that team.
Not a big ego. Like, I've never seen someone that moans around the pitch as much as he does. And trust me,
that's what I was gonna get at earlier.
The fire got Shaqiri.
I've
seen Shaqiri moaning around that pitch in person multiple times. I know what moaning does to a team. That is not recipe for success. When things are going well, Bruno is fantastic. But when things aren't going well, it's the finger pointing. It's you. It's you.
Exactly.
It's everyone else. There's no personal like. They're not making themselves accountable for the mistakes that they're making.
And here's the thing, right? I don't mind him telling like people that, oh, you're not doing this shit right. But look at yourself as well too. Don't just be pointing at people just to point, right? Do it when they're needed, and don't do it when it's not needed, right?
Yeah,
but that comes with the whole thing about taking criticism. That
exactly.
I was saying earlier. These kids don't know how to take criticism. They think that they're just saying that they're shit. They don't belong at the club or whatever. No, the criticism is supposed to make you better. You're supposed to point out what you're doing wrong, so you fix it, so you never do it again, kind of thing.
But I feel like everything around the club is very toxic. Like everything that they take right now is just negative.
That's what I've been telling my chat that the club needs to wipe out every single player that's been there for minimum 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
because there's the exactly like you said that the atmosphere of because ever since Fergie left, it's been horrible. It's been horrible. The only success that they found was through Mourinho. But other than that, it's been horrible. It's been horrible.
Yeah, okay.
So that negative energy is still in that locker room.
Talking about pushing players out, you pushed out the goalkeeper that was the Golden Glove winner the season before. To replace him with a guy that.
Here's the thing: if they would have gotten somebody better.
Listen, I'm not saying that Onana was a bad player at the time that they signed him. He wasn't. But in theory, he was supposed to solve a lot of your build-up issues that you thought you were having. Because you thought that you were failing to create chances because you weren't able to play it off in the back. But regardless or not, we're still not creating chances. There's no chance being created, regardless of whether we can play it out the back or not. We're doing a fantastic job, and yesterday is a good example of what this team can do. We just need to be able to finish our chances. But this is against a very poor Chelsea team. It's not a very good Chelsea team. There's nothing to base it off of. There's nothing to base it off of where you can be like, yeah, we're doing fantastic. This is working. We're building towards something. We're not building towards anything. We're just wiping over it, and we're like, all right, we're just gonna bandage over this, and everything's gonna be okay. And nothing is truly getting fixed. So no matter the next hiccup, next time we play Champions League, we lose, we're out. And the minute that happens, the club is going to shambles again. There's nothing sustainable to pick it up. There's no head in the locker room that can be like, okay, we're going through a poor run, but let's do something to fix it. Let's not focus on the negative. Let's continue working hard and pushing forward. None of them are doing that because they're all finger pointing. There's no positivity.
That's the point of the whole criticism part that I've been saying. Whenever you say that, for these kids, that's like them saying you guys are fucking shit and you guys shouldn't be here.
But that also surprises me.
That's what they think is what you're saying with that sentence. But no, it's just pick yourself up. We'll pick ourselves together and prove why we belong here.
But notice how these things didn't happen at Madrid. Like, I'm going to use Madrid as an example because the UCLs that they won in a row had a dip. Obviously, they took, I think it was a year or two off for not winning La Liga. It took them a little bit to pick themselves up, but and then you could even say this year, like it's more of a down decline because obviously players like Jose Lu, we all got our opinions on Jose Lu. We all got our opinions
man, he played with my heart with that bicycle kick in preseason. I thought he was him. I thought he was him, bro. I thought he was him.
I told you, Andres, from the beginning. I was like,
I went to the extent to call him Jose Goat, bro.
No
Jose
way.
Goat. I was calling him Jose Goat, bro. Belly goal and Jose Goat. And then he performs like this.
I told this guy.
Hey, look, one thing that I am gonna say though is that like he reminds me a little bit of Benzema. No, wait. Let me explain. So,
okay, explain.
For example, Johan, you've been watching Real Madrid for like basically your whole life, no? Mm-hmm. Benzema at this club before he became like the megastar that he became after all the Ronaldos and the Bales left, right?
Yeah.
He was always that type of player where he needed to miss a few chances until he finally scored one. If you guys watch tape of Benzema throughout all these years, that was him. That's why people wouldn't put him like highly yet, because he would miss many chances until he finally scores one. I think this is Jose Lu right now. He's missing too many chances, yes, but he still finds a way to score.
You want to know the difference between Benzema and Jose Lu? Benzema during that time was assisting Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale. Jose Lu, he's just missing in chances, and that's
what I said. He reminds me a little bit of Benzema, a little bit, just a little bit. Definitely nowhere near the kind of player he was, because
he ain't clinical enough.
Benzema wasn't that all out number 9. He was a creator.
But you know what the difference?
He was still a creator when he became that guy.
Yo, all Real Madrid needs to do is go out and get Santi Jimenez, man. That's all they need to do. Sign my man up. What do you mean, who?
I'm kidding.
I'm talking about Inter Valencia, bro.
He's been cooking up over there in the Netherlands, bro. He's doing so good.
He beat Suarez's record.
Hey, did he? He already beat it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the calendar year. Yeah, he got the most goals scored in the calendar year.
Damn.
And he also beat Hugo Sanchez's record too, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. And Vela's record at the same time.
How old is he?
He's 22, 21, 22.
Oof, he's still got man. Oh, he hasn't even hit a little bit of his prime yet. Damn. He's cooking like this.
Yeah. So like, I mean,
Papa Perez.
I don't. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Maybe. Now once Haaland leaves us next in the next 2 years, because he wants to play. He wants to play in every league, so he might sign for us this. He wants to play for all top 5 leagues.
Oh, nice.
He's already done everything in the city, bro. He wants.
Yeah. So I believe that we're going to ditch Mbappe and we're going to sign Haaland.
Oh yeah, the whole Mbappe saga, man. That's a whole. That took a whole two summers of my life, man.
For me, it's whatever now, man. This guy's played too much on my heart, bro. After the World Cup, I was like, you know what? Like, I want him here, but the way that he plays with us, man, it's just, he's that ex that you will always love, but always plays with your heart.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not even that. They didn't have a relationship. No, but
this is the thing. He dangles the carrot. He loves to dangle the carrot of Madrid.
No, I like the thing with Mbappe is I think he which probably makes sense. He loves the spotlight.
He does.
So he wants to create chaos. So then the spotlight is on him.
But like, what good is that though? Like, is it? I don't know. I think about it. I think about it as
sports. It's all about your image and I think about that how many likes you can get, fans and whatever. It's all business now. That's the problem with sport.
Maybe it's just me, but like I don't really give a fuck about all that shit. Like
I mean, look. Us as fans, diehard fans, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But there's the business standpoint now that's overtaken the love of the sport.
I think you always gotta look out. You always gotta look out for yourself. I mean,
of course,
individually, we all have our own personal brand. So individually, we're all taking care of our own of our own selves. And yeah, you
How
care
can
about
he
the way you're.
under his mother's name, you know,
Yeah,
that type of stuff.
you move towards like you want to take care of your brand. That's important to you, but not. I don't care to the extent of like, like let me just dangle this carrot, talking about like, and maybe I'm like people are gonna say like, oh, you're not in his position, so you can't really speak, and maybe I'm not, maybe I'll never will be, but like to be playing with people's emotions and specifically fans, giving them false hope that you want to sign for this club, even though you really don't want to. You just kind of dangle the carrot to benefit yourself. I guess you do you, but at the end of the day, like you look bad, man. I don't know. Like it looks poor. It looks very poor. And like I said at the time,
it did.
Like I said at the time, like he's a good player, but realistically, Madrid is still going to be Madrid with or without him. The brand is the brand,
Yeah.
Like no matter if Mbappe goes or not, it is what it is. Mbappe can go to Barcelona. Barcelona needs a little bit of that brand increase. They're a little bit struggling a little bit.
Got his wages. You know what? If he does end up in Barcelona, I mean, man, Porta, Mbappe, bro. At this point,
no, there's no way he ends up at Barcelona, man. He grew up a Real Madrid fan, Cristiano Ronaldo fan, and
Modric grew up as a Barca fan.
For him
Modric
to not
as a Barca fan, and he's a legend in
Real Madrid.
Iniesta was a Real Madrid fan, a legend in Barcelona. So de eso, ni hablar.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised though. Like it could happen. I'm not saying it could happen. Could happen. The way Barcelona finds those funds, I don't know. They probably might have to pull Inter Miami over there, bending the rules.
They have to like pull their 15th lever or something. Man.
Release the
lever. They've been selling their grass, man. They're gonna like start selling tiles of the floor from their old stadium or something. I don't know, bro.
That's bro. At the time when they were coming out with the news about the levers and shit, like they just unlocked these levers. I'm like, the fuck levers are they talking about? Like,
bro. Like I'm like trying to figure out, like
that's on this.
I was trying to figure out, do I have levers? Because I'm fucking poor too, I need money too. Do I have levers?
Like, but like honestly, you know what it reminds me of though too? It's like that shit that's going down in Miami right now with the whole Suarez ain't gonna be a DP, talking about he's gonna be a TAM player. I'm like, where the hell did they get this TAM from? I don't know if you guys saw at the time when Matuidi was the other DP, they had gone like 2 million or whatever taken away in TAM. Where the fuck did that TAM come from? How the hell do they have enough money to buy down Suarez's contract? And
how many DPs do you guys have right now?
In Miami, they got 3. Miami got 3 right now. They're gonna get rid of Joseph Martinez.
But that's what I'm about to ask, because like you guys got Joseph, you guys got Jordi Alba, Messi, Busquets.
How many more you need?
Wait, that's 4.
That's 4. Exactly.
And now Suarez will be 5. How did you not kicked out of the league?
How do they make this work? This is what I mean. How do they
change the rules for them? That's why MLS.
Because Messi's there. Because Messi's there. Bro. Did you guys see that they forced every MLS club to change their grass when Messi plays?
Yeah, they have to, or else he won't play. He won't touch the field. If it's turf or not, he's not playing. But to be fair, Chiellini was doing the same thing. Chiellini was only playing half of a game. He was slated before they played the semifinal. Over in Seattle, he was slated to only play a half. He ended up playing the whole game because he wanted to play the full game because he doesn't care. Chiellini is 40 years old and he don't care. How is Chiellini out here wanting to be okay and playing on turf? Messi's like, nah. I feel like Messi's very protected.
He thinks, like he can just get whatever he wants and people will do it. So like he
it was from the very beginnings, bro. Like legit. He had medication for him to grow to 5'8". And you know what? Yes, he did have some sort of thing right there. But you know what? I know plenty of friends that had that shit as well too. They didn't take medication. They just ran with it. And they're still playing. Like, bro, just get good. Honestly, Messi.
No,
this is the thing is him not getting good. Like he's one of the best players that like to ever walk on this earth, man. Like if I want to be honest, bro, he's one of the best.
Yeah, but why does he have to? Why does
okay? Don't get it twisted. He gets very.
But that's the thing. Like
He's very
People
protective.
don't want to admit this, but he has an ego.
Yeah, he does. He
He
does.
has an ego.
Did you not see who the hell was it? Was Rodrigo when he went like, to the back of his neck?
Yeah. You know how many times he's grabbed necks this year?
And how many times people call it out?
I thought Blood was recording something else.
Bro, he's been moving mad since
You
he's won
know?
the World Cup.
Blood thought he was at home recording something else, not on the football pitch. You know what I mean? Like, he's grabbed so many people, not even a single card. One person does that somewhere else, red card.
Yeah.
Why is there exception for Messi? Why?
It's a double standard. It's a double standard.
But why for this midget, bro? Wherever he goes,
because they have to. Okay, to protect him. Think about it. Hey, people might hate on me so much for saying this, but the level of protection that Messi gets, Ronaldo will never get in. He's never gotten.
He's never gotten.
No, never.
People will always paint out Ronaldo to be the egotistical player, the player that's very self-centered, only looking out for himself. But let's be completely honest. Messi's in Miami right now. How many exceptions, how many bending of the rules do we have to have for Messi to have his way in MLS?
Yeah. They
missed out on the playoffs. They still had opportunity to make the playoffs before when he joined. They missed the playoffs. Yeah, they won Leagues Cup, but let's be honest, that was really set up for Messi to win. Like,
yes,
realistically,
I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, that's a whole like we can. That's a little.
It's like the
World
Cup.
Mickey Mouse to me.
Like the World Cup.
And here's the thing: Nashville making it to the final. When you saw those other games as well too. I'm talking about Monterrey. I'm talking about even before the hand, right?
Notice
like
how,
they were just going through.
They didn't. None of the Liga MX teams like were able to slot into the final.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like,
Leon was here.
Liga MX is the powerhouse, man. Waiting. They're nowhere near to like the talent that the MLS has, and somehow they didn't even make a final.
Yeah, we were 2 months off winning CCL.
Yeah, Leon was doing good, fantastic.
So like the fact that we got knocked out, I mean, it is what it is. To be fair, I feel like most of our players were cooked at the time anyway. We had just won. Like I'm thinking of objectively as a Leon player. I just won CCL. Why the fuck do I care about Leagues Cup when all it's gonna do is put me back into CCL, which I'm already qualified for? Why would I care? Like, there's no point. You really don't care. You're already in the Club World Cup. The objective that you want to get to is already done. What's the point? You're already going into this Club World Cup and in 2025, so it doesn't matter. It's just it is what it is. So, as every other Liga MX team, they would care. So it's a little hard to believe.
Yeah, like I was surprised that America got knocked out the final the way they did. Because I swear there was some controversy there too. No Honda.
It was the Monterrey game. It was the Monterrey game that there was.
The Monterrey game, there was hella controversy. In the America game, it was the penalty that was
the penalty. Yeah. That the keeper wasn't on the line or something, and they had to retake it. I think twice. No.
Yeah, it was twice.
Twice, bro. Twice.
Apparently twice.
Like what the fuck, bro? Twice.
Yeah, like it's a little crazy. So like, that's what I mean. Like I feel like Messi in his whole career has been helped out a lot by a lot of players around him. When you could also say, yeah, Ronaldo had a lot of big players around him. But look at what he did.
He never had to take people with him.
Yeah, in Serie A, he took no one with him. He still was doing good things. He's still playing really well at Juventus.
So became fantastic.
Marcelo was like, "Hey, you want me to come with you?" Ronaldo was like, "Nah, man. Like, stay at Madrid. Do you in Madrid?"
Look, it ended up working out for Marcelo because he ended up winning more UCLs out of it. So it worked out for him. But he goes to United, still does fantastic at the age that he was. He gets criticized, goes to Saudi, people still talking shit about him. But like Ronaldo, I feel like in my eyes, Ronaldo will never win. No matter
you want to know the only rule change that Saudi Arabia did? It was off the pitch, and it was for Georgina to live there with Ronaldo without being married.
Yeah. Like what are we with Messi out here? You can have 60 P's. We'll give you back some TAM. The MLS don't care. We're making money. But I'll be honest with you, that whole Messi thing is a scam. Because if you're not gonna play,
it's all a money grab.
Injured. If you're not gonna play and you're injured, at least show up, man. The amount of money I paid to go watch him play. For him
he
not to
paid.
be in that stadium at all is crazy.
That's exactly what I was thinking, because I know you told me you bought tickets for that game. They didn't
Yeah.
announce that he
John,
wasn't
watch.
playing until the
Until
day
the
of.
day. Yeah. Until
And
the day
the
of.
whole week they were saying there was a chance he's back in training, and then the day of he's not playing.
I told John too, and it was like, what was it, a month or two ahead of time? I was
Listen,
like,
it ended up
watch
working
Messi
out
now.
because we still ended up smacking them 4-0. It ended
Yeah.
up working out. We still
Yeah.
played fantastic. Like it was a good
I
game
don't
to
know
go
how
to,
the
but I would
fuck
not
that
have paid.
happened, but-
I would
And
not
y'all
have
pretty
paid
much
what I
knocked
paid.
them out. And that
Yeah,
game was
yeah, but I would not
It
have
was
paid
late in
what
the
I.
season.
And that's why I thought like I thought he would play because it's the end of the season. They have to win this game. They have to win out to continue making that push for playoffs. Like they're still within a chance. You know, he'll probably end up playing.
I just think, you know, like they didn't want him to play because then they would blame him. You know, you're the superstar, you're supposed to carry us and whatever, but you didn't.
Oh,
right? So they
hell
didn't.
yeah, I would've
They didn't want to
blamed
put
him.
the blame on him. You
Yeah,
know?
but it was a fire team that was coming off of like I think at the time we had a couple losses under our belt after we came back from the League Cup. So it's not like we were playing fantastic. The boys turned up and they ended up working out.
But I mean, it was a steep hill to climb for Inter Miami to get to the playoffs.
They had to win every game. Every game.
So 1-L and it was over. So
Hey,
like
you know
I
what?
said, if Messi would have played all those games, they would have put the blame on him.
Okay,
The media would have put the blame on him.
Back-to-back Copa Americas too, by the way, for Messi.
Yeah. So you're saying
That's correct.
if Messi shows up to BMO Field, you showing up?
Yeah.
Or not?
I want to see him cook. Yeah. Why not?
So you're showing up. See, so like
yeah, but like I'm gonna show up to support my club, but I also want to see the way that he actually performs IRL.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he would
Singing
cook
my
Toronto.
national anthem.
But that's a good thing about like us fans over here in the East. We see him at least once a year, whether that's home or away. We're always gonna see him at home. Like we'll always get him to come around. Hondo probably won't even get a chance for him to go out to LA. That'll be very hard. But you know,
Especially
obviously,
the prices and shit like that out here.
man, the price, man. That's another thing I want to talk about too. How the hell are the prices in the tickets in Europe like $60-$70 for good seats? And over here we got to.
Oh no, here's expensive, man.
Yeah,
oh my
bro,
god,
expensive.
Toronto FC had the worst season they've probably ever had.
How much is the ticket?
Bro, I think I was paying for like 200 level. They were like $50-$60, bro.
Bro,
For 200 level.
I paid $30 for side.
No,
Like literally,
Toronto
tickets.
sports.
Bro,
Toronto
what?
sports. Everything is expensive. Everything's
You guys
expensive.
still live in a
Blue
good
Jays
city, though.
tickets. The cheapest ticket is $30 now for 500 level at the top.
What?
$30 is the cheapest ticket, and we haven't won a World Series since 1993.
See, this is what I love about Chicago's Fire's stuff, right? Like,
we're cheap.
okay,
though.
Chicago Fire, it's ass, but they're cheap, and they still have like
I still go watch them though. That's my club.
Yeah,
But-
you got. I mean, I got season tickets this season, but you know, that was a little bit of a hefty, but I think it'll be worth it because I'll get to see Messi play at least.
Only reason why it was hefty was because of Messi. That's it.
Honestly, yeah. But to be fair, like it'll be fine because I'll be probably going out there a lot. But whenever you go to like, it doesn't matter what sport it is, baseball.
Yeah, down there, like you know,
worse,
it's all
bro.
fairly. Oh
Yeah,
my god, you
basketball
didn't want to
worse.
see basketball prices in
Raptors?
Toronto. Oh my god, bro.
Listen,
Bro,
I'm here in
I
LA.
think the
It's
cheapest
kinda
ticket I've seen right now is like maybe $80-$90.
And the Raptors aren't even that good.
Yeah,
We're
they're not
ass.
even good.
Yeah, the Raptors
We're
aren't even
ass. We're like I think middle of the table right now. We're like just out of a
in
playoff
the
spot.
playoff spot.
Yeah,
See,
and like
Basketball is
we're charging almost $100 for the cheapest ticket. Like, come on,
bro,
bro.
what? No, like even out here in Milwaukee, I'm grateful I work at the bank. I get my discounts. I'm fine. I get my discounts to go to those games, which is fantastic. But like, nah, I remember like playoff tickets when I went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I paid $800 for 2 tickets. $800, but that's Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's
Is
Eastern
that-
Conference Final.
Where'd you sit? Next to the water boy?
No,
$800?
$800. I was in the 100s, like very low, close to courtside.
It was very low.
I was very close to
Because
courtside.
I'm about to say, like, yeah, you were
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
up there. $800.
It was the
no,
vlog,
no,
and it was
bad,
I'm
man.
100, like 8 bones on the team.
Yeah.
Bro.
But
That's my paycheck.
I figured at the time I was like, you know, I don't know if I'm ever gonna see my team get to this, you know, this point.
Yeah,
You know, you never know. So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck it,
I
let's do it.
forgot how much I paid for my tickets when Toronto was in the Champions League. I watched them face Tigres,
Oh, you
America.
did?
Yeah. I went to all of them, man.
That was a good
Including
time to be
playoffs.
watching this game though, because that was what Prime
Yeah,
Javinko, right?
That was
Yeah.
Prime
Yeah,
Jaminko.
Prime
That
Javinko.
was
It was
Josie
fun,
Yeah.
man. It
Altidore
was fun. The
fucking-
atmosphere in the stadium was sick, and it was in February. It was cold as
It
hell,
was cold.
It was-
Yeah.
and it was
freezing as
still
fuck.
bumping in there, man. It was so fucking cool. It was so cool to
Yeah,
go,
but
man.
that's the one thing that, like, I don't know, like sports here, like, I don't know. In the US, it's hard to like get people like that to get that level of atmosphere when it comes to football. I saw it when Messi came because everyone was there for Messi. That stadium was fucking packed out. First time I've ever seen that since I watched Mexico play. I went to the Mexico Ecuador game in Chicago, man. That shit. I didn't even watch a whole game, man. That shit was bad. Fucking fans over there don't know how to act. Like, it's
Yeah.
bad.
They
I don't get me wrong. I love going to
I
international
just think
games.
it's that Latino aspect.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it
like we
is,
get
bro.
too emotional. We start talking
Yeah,
shit,
sorry,
and then it's
yeah.
like our angry cabron side comes out, and we start throwing fists or whatever, or
Bro,
like
nah,
people throwing piss in bags or something. Like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
bad.
it's
Like,
crazy. It's crazy.
like
It's crazy.
that's one of the things. Okay, I'm concerned for the World Cup. I don't know if you guys are planning to go. I'm concerned for the World Cup when this shit comes over here. That some shit's gonna pop off because I already know the way that
No,
these guys.
no, like the thing with the World Cup, I feel like it's like very like
You think it'll be
organized
different?
in a way where there's like so much security and stuff like that that those things can't happen because like they're gonna see exactly who that was and like take care of it right away because it is the World Cup. You
I'm
know,
gonna be living in Mexico
the
this
world's eyes is on like that event. So like for me, I think that's that's totally different when it comes like some like smaller games, just club football and just like like
It's
a
really
small little
chill.
country like that.
It's really chill.
It's no, it gets hectic. Gets hectic.
But club football here
Because
in the US.
there's not much security. I guess you can put it in
The
that
only
way.
thing that I can compare that to is when the Fire played Leon in a friendly here in or over in Chicago, and they played him at SeatGeek, so it's a smaller stadium. These motherfuckers ran on the pitch. Like they invaded the pitch.
You see, like there's there's like no order when it comes to
Yeah.
like lower level kind of football, like like not like so important like the World Cup,
Yeah.
So no,
But-
I think it's gonna be chill for the World Cup.
I mean, I hope so. Like, we're gonna have to do a lot of traveling, a lot of planes
Yeah,
are gonna need to be
I'm
taken.
definitely planning on watching.
Hey,
some,
listen,
like,
I'm gonna be
for
living
sure
in
here.
Mexico for that
For
summer.
sure at BMO.
2026.
I'm actually really looking forward to the renovations here because the BMO field is small as fuck.
Is it actually
There's-
small? It looks a
Yeah,
lot
it's
bigger.
very
It looks a lot bigger
There's
on-
there's one side that has literally no seats. It's just
Really?
wide open space. I don't know why they have it like. I don't know why. It's because like where they built it, it's like right in the middle of like this I guess you can say it like an theme park kind of thing.
What the?
So like it's kind of hard to build around that.
Around
I don't
there?
know why they chose to put it there, but yeah, it's like literally right in the middle of the CNE,
Yeah,
the
honestly, like,
Canadian National Exhibition, and like it's hard to build around there. But I don't know why they chose to put it there then.
the best stadium you guys got is probably Vancouver Stadium.
For football,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. That's actually like a full out football stadium.
Because
Yeah,
that stadium, like
one in
the
Vancouver.
top of it can get closed off to like
Mhm.
make it like less capacity.
It has a dome, yeah.
Yeah, but it extends. But that's turf. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to. I
That's-
don't. Are they using that stadium for the World Cup or no?
I think it was just Toronto and Montreal. I think I don't remember
Really?
Vancouver getting the
Yeah, because
the green light.
Vancouver is like their best stadium.
They're using the Saputo Stadium. That's fucking crazy. That stadium is hella small too. That stadium's not that big.
They better make that shit
Yeah.
bigger then.
Dude,
They are they have to. Every stadium has to be at least 40,000 seats.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. BMO is I think 24, so they have to
What
almost
the
double it.
They have to
I
double.
don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna do it. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna have to do it.
They're probably just gonna have to build up. Honestly, they'll build up most likely.
Yeah.
There has to be
Yeah.
extra rows and shit too.
But they need to do something like that. Was that the stadium that the Canada did the snowflakes or the fucking what's it called, the snow angels in that game?
No, that was in Edmonton.
Oh, was that?
Edmonton is-
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
Edmonton. I don't know what stadium that was, and I don't even know why they played there. But
Bro, that was a random ass stadium, bro.
Yeah. I don't know why they chose to go down there, but yeah.
Oh, it was Commonwealth, right, or some shit like that.
Something
I have
like
no idea,
that.
bro. I have
Bro, like, but yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I feel like, dude, when it comes to like the World Cup, like even like, I'm excited for like the Euros and stuff this year, man. Like,
we
there's a
got
lot
lots
of
of football this year,
football,
man.
man.
A lot of
This summer
football.
is gonna be
And
hella fun.
the
I don't
thing is,
know.
I don't know how the players are gonna feel at the end of the season, and they have to go to their national teams with all the injuries going on, man. Too much football going on, bro.
Yeah, I
Too
feel like in
much, too
sports in
much
general, a
games.
lot of people just been getting injured. Like NFL
Yeah,
football, like all these players been
it's
getting injured.
mhm.
Like
Yeah.
football
That's also what
itself
I'm gonna say. It's like just sports in general.
getting
I
hurt.
don't know if it's just like like the thing that we touched upon before. The whole discipline stuff. Like
Yeah,
maybe people aren't training as hard enough. They think they're too good for the sport or something, or I don't know.
Discipline
I don't
plus
know what's going on, but
physios.
there's too many big injuries happening across all sports.
yeah. Way too many ACLs, man. A lot of
Yeah,
ACLs getting
a
taken
lot
out.
of ACLs everywhere. I don't understand how.
Look, who was it? Chicharito? Was it his meniscus or was it ACL? ACL
I
tear.
think it was his
Neymar ACL
ACL.
tear.
I forgot. Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Neymar was
Neymar
crazy.
ACL.
His was the ACL. I think it was the MCL as well.
Was
It
it
was something
MCL as
else.
well?
Yeah.
It
It was
was
both.
both.
It was both.
Damn. So
Yeah,
yeah, you got
he.
all these like big players, like bro, fucking Vinny's out here getting injured in international duty, like all these injuries going on in international duty. Like I don't know if
Half
we
of the
need to cut.
Madrid squad, bro. Half of the Madrid squad, bro.
I
And they're
don't know
still
if we need
running.
to
Yeah,
cut down on
literally
it a
like
little
half
bit.
of our squad is injured. Like half of our squad gets injured, man. Courtois ACL, Militao ACL. Like yeah. Why are you laughing?
All the ACLs, bro.
That's what I mean. Like I don't know if it's like just just maybe this generation's just not built for this or something, or
I
there's
don't
not
know if
enough
it's that. I don't know if it's just.
training or
I don't know if there's some
um
minor injury.
conditioning or something. I don't know what it is, but there's
You
too
know what
many of them.
it could be? There's just minor injuries aren't being diagnosed properly to
Yeah.
prevent.
That's also something that I was thinking. Because, like, for example, Gareth Bale, he started getting little minor injuries, but the Real Madrid board pushed him to play, even though he wasn't 100%. So these injuries linger over time. They become worse and
Yeah,
worse and worse. And
but
then that's when you get, like, too prone to these big injuries because your body hasn't had the time to heal itself
heal.
properly.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is going on here. These clubs are too money hungry that they don't give a fuck about their players. They just want to put them on the field.
And I feel like a lot of these players, like I don't know if they're just not, they're being kind of mentally pushed into like, not, it's just a minor injury, like I'll be fine, I'll be able to play. But like a lot of these things will gradually have led up to worse and worse injuries. Obviously, I don't really think Hazard was that injury prone. I don't know what the fuck happened. He got to Madrid, he was on that fucking. He was on the injury table the whole time.
I just feel like
At Chelsea, he was doing it a
built
little bit
maybe
before he came.
minor ego because he's playing
That's
with a
what it
big
was?
club now. Because, like, bro, he came gordo. Blood came in like me, bro. How are you gonna come to Madrid overweight? When you've been dying to play for this club, you're gonna come here overweight. So now you have to work extra hard to lose all those pounds, and then try and play to how you did before you gained all those pounds. So he worked extra hard, kind of thing, and it was too much for him.
I think
Yeah, he became gordo after his first injury because it was a big.
What do you mean after? He came gordo.
No,
I mean,
he didn't.
To be honest, he was a little bit like that at Chelsea. I saw stuff where like he didn't really want to train. He was more laid back kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's what I
lazy
seen.
is one thing.
Yeah.
He turned into gordo after his first injury at Madrid.
All right, one final question before we get out of here. How bad do you think City's sanctions are actually going to be?
The thing is, man, they got money, and they're the biggest money maker in the Premier League right now.
Hey, listen, all I'm just saying right now is literally 3 points on top of United only. And for United being that shit.
Is it really that bad?
Tottenham is tied in points with United, and United being with a shit fucking season. I'm just saying that.
I just think what it gets painted out is just United we're just gonna get dragged in the mud because we're just a big club. So everyone just wants to drag us, and they call it that.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, if these sanctions don't go out and get punished. Right.
No, I think the league is now forced to do something now because of the Everton thing.
Because of the Everton thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
the Everton thing
Everton
would have never happened.
didn't happen, nothing would have ever happened to City. You know,
Probably.
and now now that's happened, you know, because like City have like what? How much more over Everton? Like
It's
hundreds of
140
like a lot,
Hundreds of
a
millions.
lot. So if you're giving what 15 points to Everton, then what City has, that should be stripped of titles,
relegation.
demotion. Yeah, like it should be all of those things, man.
Bro, there's no way that you can tell me. And I get a lot of these things happened pre Guardiola and stuff like that. You cannot tell me that some of this shit wasn't going on while Guardiola was there and he was not aware.
Why do you think Cancelo's out the club? I'm just saying. I mean, even though you know what.
But that's the
He's another
crazy
story.
thing, though. That's the crazy thing. Like, how are you going to tell me that all these signings and all of this FFP don't exist? Like, I get towards the back end, like, yeah, they haven't spent much money now. But before the beginning, where the fuck they get all that money from or FFP? Newcastle hasn't been allowed to spend all the money they got. They don't have a big baller ass fucking team. Look at that team. It's a good, solid team.
It's
But it's
because
not a-
like the thing with financial fair play, they just give you a fine, no?
No, they give
these
you point deductions and they'll exclude you from Champions League
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, but like
Wait,
I
wasn't-
haven't
wasn't
seen
City
this like
fighting UEFA for
enforced
it?
hard for it, huh?
Wait, wasn't City fighting UEFA for it too a couple years ago, where they were almost banned from the Champions League, and then they started putting in lawyers and shit, pushing it back.
Yeah,
And
it's for all of this stuff. Yeah,
is it for all this stuff?
It's for all this.
Then why the
Fighting
fuck is
them
the
in that.
Premier League taking so long to get on this?
money.
Bro, ain't no way.
Bro, everything comes down to money. Everything comes down to money.
Pep
Like,
success
They're
comes
they're
from
making
money.
so much revenue off of Man City now because of oil money that they don't want to sanction these guys because then they lose money.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, like you still got to keep it. It's not fair to all these other clubs.
But you think they care? As long as their bank accounts are high, they don't care.
They're gonna say the game's the game. The game's the game.
That's true, but then you get a club like Everton. I don't
You
know.
know, the thing that they'll do is like slap a fine on them just to like say we did something, and of course they have the money to pay it, so nothing ever happens.
Yeah, but if they don't get relegated, man, it's a disgrace. Like that title that they won with that Aguero title, you're telling me we could have had that title too? Like,
Yep.
That should have
You
been
know?
ours, man.
That
That
And
should've
it
been ours.
might be our title if this goes through. If somehow,
go
some way
through,
it
man.
goes through.
there's no
That will
way.
be United's title. Another one will be United's title. One of them will be an
14.
Arsenal title. One of them will be
Yeah.
a Liverpool title.
Yeah, one of them has to be another one because we got second place. We got second place in the Mourinho season.
I hope that one title for Liverpool, they just be like, we'll just give it to City. It's okay. I don't care. I don't care if City keep it, but for Liverpool to get it, hell no. Hell
How
no.
many times did the Liverpool have? Like two? Only two?
Like
Yeah,
actual this prem.
One in
is-
like the past like what 10
One?
or
Is
like
it one?
the whole
Nah,
thing.
in the whole
Oh,
prem
since
thing,
they-
it's one.
Since they changed
Since-
Yeah, Prem.
to Premier League
There's
or
only
whatever.
one, right?
Yeah, one.
They can have
One
another
with
one.
Klopp.
Fine. If you
And,
take away and they have
and
another one,
they think they're them for one Premier League,
like no, but that's what I
one
mean.
UCL, one Mickey Mouse. What's it called? Carabao or something? Or was it FA Cup that they won? Yeah,
The
the
League Cup
fucking
that we won
energy
last season.
energy cup thing, whatever it's called, man.
the cup that we won last season, and that's a funny thing too.
Yeah,
We're
but
talking
for us
about-
that was a big cup. For us that was a big cup. That was a big cup
that's
for
what
us.
I mean.
For Liverpool, that was a Mickey Mouse Cup.
But that's what I mean. Like, let's be honest. Everyone's talking about United haven't won it. It was the last time we won something last year, right? We won something.
Yeah.
Of the
Yeah, no. Like for us, that was good to build up some confidence for the.
But hey, that confidence ain't going nowhere, man. Not with the way that this team's moving. But man, it's just crazy.
And
It's a
look-
crazy world out here on football, honestly. Like the amount of shit going around. Like if you don't follow football, a lot of the shady shit going around in other leagues, man.
I got a
Crazy.
question for Andres though. Are you gonna come to Glendale, Arizona for the Mexico-Ecuador game or not?
Arizona. How far is that from Toronto?
Very far.
That's the
It's
other
over
coast.
Texas.
Listen,
that-
you come to LA, right? You stay out here and we go together to Arizona. How about that?
That's so much time, huh?
Damn.
That's so much time.
The propositions out there on the podcast.
Gotta see my 3, bro. Gotta see my 3.
Gotta see my 3.
Moises Caicedo. Gotta see Dominguez in between the posts, bro. Got who else we got? What do you mean who?
Latri,
Who?
not L3.
Who?
El Tri. We're La Tri.
I know, but we're L3, bro.
No one cares about El Tri. It's only La Tri, bro. La Tri only. La Tri only.
Hey, he's gonna say Angel Mena, which is on his,
I'm down.
on his left foot.
Hey, Angel Mena.
Hey, that's my boy. That's my boy.
I don't know about him, bro. I don't know about him, man.
He won his titles, man. He won his titles, bro. I don't know.
Nah, bro. For Ecuador,
Valencia won his titles too. When I wasn't
for Ecuador, he tries to cook, but he burnt the rice. You know what I mean? He like tries so hard to cook, but he ends up burning the rice.
Bro, he's good though. I like the guy.
Hey, listen. Somehow they're gonna bring Michael Arroyo out from the drugs.
Oh hell no! The one that you talking about, the guy that played for America, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
he's fucking
yeah, him. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. I don't really follow much of them. I just like them whenever they're either in Ecuador or like you like start hearing transfer rumors to the bigger clubs and stuff. That's how I became a Manchester United fan. Because of Antonio Valencia.
That's crazy. See, that's me with Chicharito. Same thing.
Oh, yeah, it's always a reason to go there. Yeah. I remember it was like the biggest news in Ecuador, man. Like all the media outlets were talking about it. Because like no Ecuadorians ever played for such a big club.
It's still the biggest news that Ecuador has ever received as far as footy wise.
Transfer wise.
Yeah.
I mean, Canada got it. You know, they got. I think Madrid should get Davies over there. I think honestly, Davies.
Man, I
they're already in talks. They're already in
coming.
talks. They're in talks.
I think he's coming, and I'm gonna be the first one to buy a jersey.
You buy the Davies kit.
I'm gonna be the first one to buy that kit, man. Finally, a Canadian playing for
Madrid.
Not just a big club, the biggest club in the world.
It's not like he's already not. He's playing for Bayern. It's not like he's already not a big club.
Yeah, he's playing for a big club, but not the biggest club.
Yeah.
Of all time.
It's Madrid. It's Madrid. That badge means something, you know. But yeah, I mean, Canada's doing well with their players.
No man, our football program has definitely changed a lot.
It's improved, but then it also took a dip. I don't know what the fuck happened. It took a massive dip towards the end.
All right, I feel like we could go on and on. Honestly,
I feel like it's with the board. They're like trying to like take as much as they can, because like I still don't think we paid our players for the World Cup.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually still don't think we did.
Damn.
Like you got the funding from FIFA, pay the blood. You know, pay the players, bro. They're the ones out there sacrificing their bodies for the entire country. Pay them.
They got no points in that group. Like,
yeah, and we still went. Did Chile go? No.
Yeah. No.
Did Colombia go? No.
Wait, what do you mean they got no points? They actually did get points.
No, they did not get. I thought. No,
I don't think we won any game. I don't even think we tied. We scored a goal. We scored a goal. The first ever World Cup goal by the GOATs, Alphonso Davies.
Yeah. No, there was no points. There was no points.
Yeah,
you guys had a tough group. You guys had a tough group, but not gonna lie, not like Morocco was a shitter. They made it really far.
No, I mean, yeah,
fourth place.
They knocked out, the mighty Portugal somehow. I don't know, bro. Like you put 4 Argentinian referees to referee a Portugal game. Somehow someone else is gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Someone else is gonna win.
It's a little crazy. All right, but I think that's enough football talk for today.
All right.
Honestly, though, I had a blast. It's a good conversation, man. We're gonna talk about football all day. Maybe we need to do a spin-off with just football talk.
Like, subscribe.
Oh, I can go on for hours.
Below.
Yeah, obviously, like and subscribe it, you guys. Andres is
these are the boys, man. These are the boys. Got
the boy on Twitch,
subscribe, man.
He's doing wonderful things. If you like clubs, he likes playing clubs with the chat and stuff. Pop through.
We,
His
we,
Twitch
we got
link
the
will be
Toronto.
down
We got the Toronto Cartel tomorrow playing in a
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
Friday,
We got
December 8th.
It's
Listen,
gonna be heated.
it'll be interesting. All right, this probably will go up tomorrow. So if you're
Oh,
watching,
today.
it'll be today. So if y'all want to slide through, I'm not playing with the cartel. The boy is back with the club that made a big name with,
Here we
and
go.
the boys are ready to take on every single club. But I'm not going to speak for the boys. We'll do the talking on the pitch.
The talking's
But,
on the pitch. Exactly.
Yeah,
Talking's on the
talk will be
pitch.
on the pitch. We'll see what we produce out there. But with that being said, guys, it was good podcast. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.